right there. Red sun starting to show up on the side of the mountain. Certainly a beautiful place out here, man. I wouldn't give to have some land out here for a cabin out here, but sadly they don't allow you to have ATVs out here, so kind of hard on me without an ATV. That's why I chose the property I have in Springfield, because you can use ATVs out through there. It just makes it a lot, more accessible. I can do more things because I can use an ATV. New road starting to know here. Very nice. Looking awesome. Hey, good morning, folks. I decided to take another ride back up to KI since my good buddy Ted had sent me that check, some money, so I can afford some gas. I actually go some places. I'm trying a different area right now that I haven't been in a few years, and they've done a little bit of work to it, so it's looking pretty promising right now. Getting kind of blood's getting a little bubbly and excited here for all I'm seeing. So I'll get you some more footage when I find a good spot. I was just driving by this little inlet here, and something caught my eye, so I want to pull in here and see if you all can see what I can see here. Looks like it's a big swamp, a body of water, something just past this tree line. Too much slashing in there for me to walk through. But yeah, there's definitely a big swamp or something right there. You can just catch the water through the tree line. Right in there. Cool. These are fresh. Something must be just running down the road here. Onto something going down this hill. We'll see. Some more tracks right here. There's some activity finally anyway. Heading down this way. There's clear water there. I've been following deer tracks, fresh tracks, all the way down this hill. Some of them cut off into there. Must have been 4 or 5 different set of deer tracks. I ain't seen any deer. No tails, no flags, no moose, no nothing. Continue going this way. Getting out of that chopping area where those fresh tracks are and getting more into the hills and mountains again, so maybe there'll be something up this way. haven't seen anything, any big game, or even a grouse today. So far, that is anyway. It's only 7:39 right now. One thing about out this area, you got miles and miles and miles of roads. Drive for a long time, not be on the same road twice. Another mountain up here. Surprised this deep in the woods I haven't seen more game. I don't think anybody's been out here a long time. Skid trails going up that mountain. Well, here's where my better judgment's coming ahead of me right now. Is I'm all the way out here by myself and nobody knows where I am, and that's a little mud hole right there. People have driven through it, but I am not gonna. I'm just gonna back up and go possibly sit where I saw those tracks and somewhere, maybe put a scent work out. We'll see what I do. There is another road I can take too, so I'm gonna back up from here and head the other way. Well, I happen to be driving by this bunch of swale grass, old dried up swale grass on this main road back here, and happen to see this nice skidder trail that goes down into the woods. So I took a chance and drove through the swale grass real slow in four-wheel drive with the pickup truck, and I was able to get where I can walk. So I'm gonna get my lazy butt out and try and walk a little ways down here and watch the woods for a bit and see what we see. Looks pretty good right here to me. Been seeing tracks on the road, and there's a lot of beech trees and stuff through here, so I'm gonna give it my best shot, and I'll get you some more footage when I'm down the road a little bit. Well, I got a spot right here. Tote road going downhill that way, and there's another trail going down that way. Another old tote road that's grown up a little bit more. Not too far from the truck. It's deck down there. Don't want to keep walking downhill, and this ground is real soft. My crutches keep falling into it about 4 inches deep. So there's leaf litters hiding how soft this ground is. So probably could use a 30-30, but I had the 6.5 Creedmoor right handy in the front, so I'm going to use that. I'll sit down here for like half an hour or so and then try and do some grunt calls. See if anything shows up. I'll give you a little footage of where I am right here. Okay, now just to let you know, I am way out in KI on these old tote road out in the middle of nowhere on top of a mountain. So I am in the woods here. Okay, there's the main trail going down that way. There's another one that Y's off down that way and goes downhill. It's a little bit older one. And I'm coming from this way here. I'm gonna give it a good half an hour of settle down time. Cool down and stuff. And then I'm gonna try grunt calling a few times. There was tracks on the road and stuff. It's hard to see if there's tracks here. So much leaf litter on the ground. But there's been a lot of deer sign in this area, so don't hurt to try, right? Weatherby Vanguard and 6.5 Creedmoor. The Burris Signature Series scope on it. 3 to 15 though. Watching down this way. I'm way up in the mountains of Maine. I'm not lost in the mountains of Maine yet, but I am way up in the mountains of Maine. Alright. Give a little bit and then I'll try grunting. I just ran my first sequence of grunts. I did forgot to bring my GoPro with me with my haste of trying to get over here. So I'm not going to be able to film if I see something and shoot it. Oh, the wind's going in that direction. Like that. So I'm watching down here. See what happens. Alright, here's a little lesson learned right now. When I got out of the truck, I felt that wind blowing, so I knew it was going to be a little cool, so I put on this heavier jacket on top of my vest, and I have a shirt underneath that stuff, so what that did is now, with my 6.5 Creedmoor, is making that length of pull just a little bit of a stretch to reach to see the scope really good. I can still see it if I press my shoulder real tight and stuff, but it's just not quite as easy. So note to self, use the 30-30 next time. 30-30 has a little bit less length of pull, plus the barrel shoulder is a lot more easy. It's a lot easier for pointability in the close stuff. I just wasn't sure how far of a range I was going to have out here, and like I said, the Creedmoor is right accessible. I have the 30-30 in the back seat in a case. So note to self, in thick stuff like this, again, just grab the 30-30. I mean, I only have 100 yards here, so it should have been fine. But so far, I haven't seen anything. I've grunted, ran a sequence twice so far, and haven't heard or seen anything. Been hearing some shots way in the back, probably the next, on the other side of the mountains or something. I think somebody's target practicing. But give it a shot out here. I'm gonna sit here just a little while longer, and then head back down where all those tracks were on the road, and maybe put a scent wick out there and sit and watch that. Then I can use the Creedmoor, because I'll take this big heavy jacket off and have my length of pull back to where I need it. But anybody, that's a little hint for everybody there when you're going out in the woods. Especially a lot of time you're target practicing in warm weather and you're putting your gun in your shoulder and everything fits fine, but not paying attention to throwing 2 or 3 other layers on and then trying to get that same length of pull. It keeps your scope a little bit further away from your eye than you want it. So just little things like that you gotta pay attention to. It's still beautiful. I love this. It's the wind. Show you what I got. Down that way. There's another old dirt road going down that way. It's a little bit more grown up, but it's a lot of beech trees out here, but I don't see any nuts. Just must not be a beech nut here, I guess. I see stuff on the yellow birch, but I don't see anything on the beech. See the yellow birch stuff up there. Nothing on the beach. Well, see what happens. Let's wait a little bit longer and run one more sequence of grunting. If nothing's coming around, I'm gonna head back to the truck and start heading down. See what happens. Well, I've been sitting here for a couple hours now and nothing's coming out. So we're gonna hoof it back to the truck. You always gotta try, you know, gotta try. Sometimes these places look decent, then you get here and not quite what you expect. If I could walk, I'd be walking a lot further down that way, seeing what's down there, but my shoulders and wrists are just not allowing me to do that anymore. And this ground, you got leaf litter all over everything, but the ground is soft underneath, so my crutches are sinking in like 3 or 4 inches sometimes, maybe more than that. So it's putting a lot more weight on my shoulders because it makes you you go down on your shoulder to stop yourself. And I'm slightly downhill from where the truck is, so I'm gonna have to go back uphill in this crap. This kind of sucks, you know. If I could walk back in the day, I'd just walk here for miles and sit somewhere and find a spot, but because of my mobility issues, I can only go so far. So I gave it a try here. I'm gonna get back in the truck, head that way, and go down and investigate where all those tracks were on the road and possibly sit somewhere there maybe. I'm not sure yet. Kind of get a feeling like this area. I just don't have a feeling. I've been running a grunt call and a bleat a couple of times and not really anything here, so it doesn't hurt to try, but you also got to know when to move on. So I decided I'm going to move on and head back down the road some more. Get some more footage when I'm back in the truck. Well, I got a little site here I want to show you. I just want to give you a little perspective on where I am right now. I got Silver Lake in front of me, and that's the lake I usually see when I'm driving by, and I tell you, it's the campsites and stuff that we really used to park our camper at for, you know, to stay here for the week or so. But let me show you where I am in perspective to that right now. All right, there's Silver Lake down there. So the campsites will be just across the lake into the woods down in that area there somewhere. Over here. I haven't gone down this road yet, so I'm going to give it a little try. Looks like it's pretty old, so I don't know how good it's going to be. But I'll give it a test it out anyway. And I originally came from this way here, so down that way is where all the tracks are on the road. But we'll see. Gonna head this way towards this next mountain and see what I see down here. Take a little jaunt down this road. Hope it doesn't turn to nothing. Heading to this next mountain range area, to this little valley here. Probably should have put more gas in the truck. I'm getting down pretty low now. It's hard to tell what you got for fuel when you're driving in the mountain because you're aiming either up or down, so you're not getting an accurate fuel level on your vehicle because you're not level. But hopefully I have more than it's showing right now. But I'm going down a pretty steep hill. Snowmobile trail here. Well, I just did a giant, in the process of doing a giant circle. I've never done this before. I started on the road before the gate and come out all the way through, and I'm connecting onto the Bee Pond Road through a snowmobile trail, which is back now to a road. I scouted out here in the summertime for deer. Did a long walk down a trail that's where a bridge was, where I crossed the stream there. But I got an area out here I'd like to sit probably for the rest of the day. We'll have to see what's happening. But I am astounded that all that traveling, I didn't see a partridge, I didn't see a deer, I didn't see a moose. I was in some pretty thick stuff, just creepy crawling through it. Now it's just this warm weather. According to my truck, it says it's 37 out here, so it's not that warm, but honestly, it doesn't feel like it's 37. It feels like it's warmer than that. But we'll see. I'll trudge on through here, and I'll give you some more footage if I can. I just got a notice on my phone telling me that I'm almost out of storage space because I accidentally had my video camera on 4K, and it makes the videos, but the videos are 4 times the size as a 1080p, so it took a lot of my space. So I might have to go through my videos and delete some of the scenes that I don't think are really too relevant. But we'll see what happens. I'm trying to cut these short so I don't waste any more film. Talk to you later. Well, y'all might think it's strange, but I'm gonna sit here and watch this straight stretch for the reason is I've seen more deer coming around these corners going up this hill. This is where a few years back I was coming around this corner. There was 2 bucks going up the hill. I thought they were does. It was starting to rain. My brother and I have seen moose and deer through here. A buddy of ours shot a bear up around this corner. For some reason there's a lot of animals coming out of this area, this particular corner here. And so I'm gonna sit here for a while and watch this area. And it's been sprinkling out, so we might get some rain. So I figured this would be a good as place as any to sit and watch, see what might happen. Well, it's been raining off and on, so I've been pulling the gun out, putting it in the cab, rolling everything up, waiting until the rain stopped, putting it back out, bringing it back in, bringing it back out. Right, a little lull right now where it stopped, but there's definitely still clouds all over the place. Could start right back up again any minute, but still watching this corner up here, seeing how that is. Haven't seen anything yet, but we'll see. No sense keep driving all over the place. I'm just gonna sit here probably for the rest of the day. See how it goes. Show you what I've got. Watching this corner still. So now having a little sunshine for a few minutes anyway. That's nice. Dry things up a little bit. Hopefully something shows up. We'll see how it goes. Rain's back again. Had to bring everything back in for like the 10th time. Off and on, off and on. Pain in the butt. Of course, this is probably when something giant deer will come out. Stroll out, walk up that hill. You watch. Well, it was nice and sunny for quite a while, and then we got another burst of this stuff. But this time, there's a little bit of hail mixed in with that stuff. Had a few drops of hail bouncing around with this stuff. If it doesn't last much longer, we're running out of daylight here. See what happens. You see the hail balls on the hood. A bunch of it just started coming down. It's the thing, like I said in KI, you never know what you're getting. Same exact thing happened, like I said, the last time I shot at a deer on this corner, it was raining. I missed him with the muzzleloader because they had fallen down with that muzzleloader. Let me turn this around. Yeah, I'd shot and I thought it was 2 does, but when I put the scope to it, I saw there was 2 bucks. It was during muzzleloader season a couple of years back. And I had fallen down previously that day with a gun on my back, and I didn't realize I had damaged the scope. But I took a shot at the second deer. One saw me and it ran off up a bank, and the other one didn't see me, so I had the gun resting right on this mirror, so it was nice and sturdy, right on him. He turned around and gave me a perfect broadside shot and shot at him and missed him. Ended up being the scope was damaged when I had fallen back on it and missed the deer. But anyway, it was the same thing. It started out raining. Right after I shot at the deer, it started to snow. We couldn't see tracks. We looked for blood. Called my brother because my brother was up here at that time. I texted him and he come down. By the time he came here, there was an inch of snow on the ground. So we're at the elevation where, south of us, like even at home in Quebec, it would be raining, but up here, you could have snow, sleet, hail, everything, all kinds of stuff. But yeah, we've been having a few bursts of hail coming down, but then it stops, and you can see behind me. I don't know if you can tell now, but there was blue sky behind me, but that's getting all full of clouds now too. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully this slows down. We got about a little over an hour and a half or so before end of shooting light. So hope this stops so I can have the gun back out and pay attention to this straight stretch for the end of daylight today. See what happens. We got one more hour, but the wind's picking up, if you can't tell. Yes, sir. It's getting windy out there. Only got an hour left, so I'm gonna stick it out for the hour. I don't know how good it's going to be with all this wind, but you just never know. We're in the mountains here. Kind of one thing that sucks about this spot, there's been 5 or 6 trucks going back and forth, so it's a lot of vehicle traffic. And there's a few more that are out there that got to still come through, so we'll see what happens. Hopefully they're just hunting where they are till dark, that way I'll be fine, but you never know. Down to the last half hour now. Hopefully the weather holds out so we can have this half hour to watch. Hopefully nobody else drives through. Show you what I got. Some crazy weather this afternoon. I guess it'll be this last half hour. See how it goes. Well, that's the end of shooting light today. Oh. Today's end of shooting light today is 4:44. pretty busy day. Did a lot of driving. I am surprised all that driving I didn't see anything though. I didn't even see a partridge today. It's pretty bad for out here. You usually see something. There is a few hunters out here, so they get all the birds scared into the woods. Oh well, another day. Got one more day for this week. Tomorrow's Saturday. Not sure where I'll go tomorrow yet, but we'll see. I'll think about it tonight and figure it out. I might come back out here, just because I like hunting out here. And I did see a lot of track way across back the other way. I could maybe try and find a place out there to sit now that I know where the tracks are, so I know where there's some activity. This is because I knew it was supposed to chance to rain and everything today, and it was warmer out, but it's cooling down now. But I knew this would be a lot of driving and checking things out. So tomorrow might be a more serious hunt out that other way that I came in this morning. But we'll see. I appreciate y'all watching, and hopefully get something on here sooner or later. Thanks again.